Okay, today we are going to fix the sticky accelerator problem in the 2001 to 2007 Ford Escape with the 2.3 liter four-cylinder. This includes two-wheel and four-wheel drive vehicles. This is a four-wheel drive vehicle. That body style, if you know cars. Basically what happens is the accelerator sticks right at its resting state, and it's hard to push from its resting state. And a lot of people think, well, this is, the linkage is bad and that, but it's actually the throttle body that needs to be cleaned out. And I'll show you where it sticks. There's the throttle body. If you're looking at the engine right here, you're going to want to focus your attention right there. That's where we got to clean. So what you're going to need is, got it all here, you're going to need a flathead screwdriver right there, about that size. You're going to need some throttle body cleaner right there, and a clean-ish rag. What we're going to start doing is we're going to try and take off this piece right here. What you want to do to start is this valve right here. There's a little green clip and it locks on there. To pull this off, you push this like this and pop it off. There you go. We're just going to leave that hanging right there. We really don't need to pull anything else off. You can remove it here, same type of green clip if you want, but it's already out of the way here, so why mess with it? Alright, now that we got this off, we're going to take that flathead screwdriver right there. We're going to take that clamp off right there, that clamp off right there, and pull this out. And this is where our problem area is going to be. It's the throttle plate within here. As you can see, here is your gas pedal, which the linkage goes all the way back there, and here is the cruise control, which goes right to that module right there. So to start, let's take this bolt off right here and remove the cover, and then we give us better access to this. But first, what we want to do is take this bolt off here, pull this cover off, and loosen these two clamps here, pull this section right off, right there. This will pull this way, and then this will twist this way and loosen that up and give us access to this down here. Okay, while I took off this cover, I just wanted to show you, here's the gas pedal right here. Here's the linkage. And I'm going to press on it to show you and see if we can see it stick. It's very, very faint, but it's enough to, right there, it's sticky. And basically what it is it's the plate in here that's sticking. But this can stretch out the accelerator cable over time and really give you a lot of problems because you're putting a lot of stress on this cable that isn't intended. I can show you, it's kind of right there. You got to put a little force into it, and you really shouldn't. Now, I read online that a lot of people tried to adjust the idle screw, which is right there, but I don't believe on this model you can. And in theory, you probably could just clean this to be safe. So I've already moved this cover. I put the bolt back in. That's where this cover was. Now I'm going to remove this clamp and that clamp right there. Okay, as you can see, I've loosened this clamp right to the very end, and this one as well. And what we're going to do is, now that we've got that off, you're going to take it right here and very, don't put a lot of pressure on the orifice itself, but you're just going to give it a little pull, and it'll pop right off. And then we're going to swing it because you've obviously loosened this clamp. Let's move this out of the way, and we're just going to swing it up like this, just to keep it out of the way. Swing it up like that. Turn it, and you can actually pop this off, which actually, you know what, let's just pop it right off and kind of just lay it right there. You don't want to ruin anything, you don't want to twist any wires. But now that we've got this off, let me show you the throttle plate. It is plastic, and it tends to stick right down in there and get gummed up. So let me move the accelerator and let me show you. right there it's sticking, and it is a little dirty. See, the back of it is actually incredibly dirty. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that throttle body cleaner. I wouldn't inject it directly into it in case there's any residue that tends to get caught in the engine and then fires. It could give you a really bad backfire, or even worse, an explosion. But what I would do is spray it on that rag. We're going to get in there and clean the bottom portion. You're going to clean the whole thing, basically. You can take it off if you'd like. I mean, you could take it off, but then again, you've got to remove the cables and so forth, and I'd rather just clean it here. It seems to, I've done this before about 20,000 miles ago, so it seemed to clean it up pretty well. But it's, I don't know if you can see it down there, it's sticking right there in that part right there. And you basically just got to spray it on the rag, wipe the entire surrounding circle in here where it connects, and then clean the flap itself, and that'll clean up that sticky accelerator problem. So I'm going to spray some on a rag here real quick. Let's see if I can do it with the camera. Dust this rag off. Take this here. It's kind of hard to do this with holding a camera, but what we're going to do is spray this right on the rag. Whoops. It's dripping. Oh, jeez, it's dripping all over the damn place. Anyway, now that we got that, you're going to get in here and clean this flap. Now, I apologize. I'm going to have to do this without holding the camera, but I'll try and show you after I clean it, because I got to hold the gas pedal and clean it. But basically what you want to do is hold this open, press down on it, hold that flap open, clean the entire inside as much as you can. You're going to want to clean that, because the better you clean it, the better it's going to work. Now we've cleaned the inside of this out. I want to show you it's nice and clean. We got the top and the bottom all the way around. You really got to get in there to clean it this way. Again, you can take it off, but you'll have to disconnect both throttle cables and remember which one they are. I found this to be a little easier. You know, it's better than unbolting it, blah, 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 blah. You can unbolt it, you can, but if you're in a crunch for time, this also works by cleaning it with it mounted. See, the stickiness is gone. Real nice and moves really nice. I'll show you the rag. You know how dirty this thing is. This is all gummed up from the inside of that throttle body. So after you've cleaned it out, what you want to do is you want to hold this open. You could put something on the accelerator pedal, a brick, leave it open for a half hour just to really air that out in case any residuals of this spray got in there. You want to dry it out completely so you have no problems with any backfiring or anything like that. Just let it dry out as long as you can. The longer the better. A couple hours, as long as you want. And then we'll reverse the process once we let this air out, and I'll show you how to put it back together. Okay, now we've let it air it out, and it moves really nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to reconnect the air intake right here. What you're going to do is fit that back on there, and it's not really hard to do. See, I just push that back on there. And then you take this part, slide it right back on the throttle body, and then tighten those two clamps right there and right there. And then snap this back on the air intake, and you just slide it on and it'll click. And then we'll do this actually right now. We'll tighten it up, and then I'll show you how to put the cover back on for the cables. Now I've got this back on real tight. Tighten them right up. This little clamp here slides right back on. All you got to do is slide it on the orifice and press. And there we go. Okay, it's locked on. A little tug and it's on there. Now all we got to do is put this cover back on. This is the cover. It actually goes that way. Take the cover. You'll see a little notch right here. It actually goes down in that little notch right there. I don't know if you can see it. But you slide it. Whoops. You know what? I'm doing this wrong. Hang on a second. See that part right there? You gotta slide it around the cables. So you... There we go. Slide it around the cables right there. Here, let me show you. Slide it around the cables. And slide it back down inside the little holster there. Once you get it in, then the bolts line up. And then, whoops. Actually, this goes on the outside. Right there. Right there. You get that snug in there, and then there's the bolt. You put the bolt back in, which I've got in my pocket. I'm going to do right now. And that is how you clean a sticky accelerator on a 2001 to 2007-ish Ford Escape. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it helps you out. Actually, before I forget, I just wanted to show you the end result. Let me start it and show you how it fixed the problem. If I can get the key in the ignition. Let it idle a little bit there. But let me show you that it fixed the problem. Originally this would stick and you'd have to give it a little pressure, and you know, if you're in a stoplight or stop and go traffic, it's a real pain when your accelerator is sticking. But now, real smooth, no issues whatsoever. Look at that. Awesome. Works great. It's gonna start idling down here. There it goes. All fixed. And that's how you fix a sticky accelerator in a Ford Escape.